that for sure was my favorite evening gown performance. So obviously a favorite for so many people. Love her. Welcome back. This is the second video I'm recording today. The first video I recorded was my favorite 10 or top 10 in the swimsuit competition at the preliminary competition for Miss Universe Philippines. Today, or right now I guess, we are talking about the top 10 in the evening gown competition. These are my favorite 10. This is not my like top 10 or favorite 10 overall to win the crown. This is simply my favorite 10 in the evening gown. Everyone has different opinions. Remember that my favorites could be totally different than yours, and that is absolutely okay. I will show you, these are some of my notes that I have for the evening gown and for the swimsuit. So let's start with none other than Janella Joy of Albay. She looked like a gold regal goddess, absolutely stunning. And I will note before I go on that all of these women were amazing. All of their gowns, all of their walks, their confidence, these were simply the ones that to me stood out. If I were a judge, if I were sitting on that judging panel, these are the ones that I would be making extra note of to move on in the competition. So Janella, I thought she was fabulous. And then Mirjan, you guys, I do my absolute best. She looked like a white angel. I thought she was so angelic, so gorgeous. One of I feel like maybe her downfalls in the evening gown walk, just my opinion, is that maybe she was a little too fast. Then we have Maureen. Love her. I thought she was amazing. In caps I have wow exclamation mark. She was like a mermaid goddess in this gown. I thought it was so, it wasn't simple, but it wasn't too over the top. Like it was amazing. I have not seen a gown like this personally. I thought she looked so good. I loved her walk. I for sure liked her evening gown performance more than her swimsuit performance. And next up I have Isabella. Isabella was wearing green. Of course, very gorgeous. She has this like seductive face, very much model vibes. Like I said in the swim video, if you watch my top 10 swim, Isabella was in my top 10 in the swimsuit competition. I do know what people are saying about her being a model and not a pageant queen, because it's very obvious from her walks that she's a model. And sometimes that can be a downfall at Miss Universe, because at Miss Universe, yes, they are looking for someone who can model and be like in campaigns and everything. I don't know if it would be a downfall or a benefit for her, because as well, sometimes women who are models that go to Miss Universe end up having very successful careers by modeling for different gown brands, different photographers. We see a lot of women who are more of the model vibe end up shooting several campaigns with Fadil Barisha, the famous photographer. So Isabella could be amazing in that realm. Anyways, next up on the list, another no surprise, Katrina of Taguig. Katrina is so obviously a favorite for so many people. She looked incredible, but I will say I thought her swim performance was much stronger than her evening gown performance. The gown, it was good. It was good. I didn't think it was like, oh my gosh, wow. I would have liked to see this gown be a little bit longer. I felt like it almost looked like more of, she was wearing this to a cocktail event. I felt like there should have been more to her gown, and I just didn't think it was as wow factor as her swim. That's just my opinion. But next up on my list is Christelle of Aklan. In opposition to Katrina, I felt like Christelle's gown performance was better than her swim performance. I felt like it was more regal, more polished. She seemed more confident, and I thought her walk was better as well, which says a lot, I think, because she does have a good walk. And next in my top 10 in the evening gown, I feel like I'm talking so fast because I have so much I want to say and I try to keep my videos as short as possible, is Steffi. I love Steffi. I said this in my swim video. If you haven't seen that one, she kind of gives me a vibe of Miss Universe 2016 of France, Iris Mittenaire. I don't think that they look alike. There's just something about them that they are soft and sweet, but still like sexy and sultry. So I loved her gown performance. I felt like it was very classic, timeless, very Miss Universe to me. I felt like it wasn't over the top. I loved it. That for sure was my favorite evening gown performance. I know it's definitely a personal preference for everyone, but she was my favorite. Next up, Victoria of Cavite. Victoria is definitely a fan favorite. I did like her in swim and I did like her in gown, but I felt like it was good. Like there were other women who maybe their gowns kind of caught my eye more, but her overall performance was very strong and polished. Then we have Leren of Laguna. Leren wasn't quite there for me in the swim. I almost feel like she's holding back a little bit. I don't know if she's like saving this like crazy amazing performance for the finals, but I would have liked to see a little bit more from her because she's so amazing that she should be wowing us and like blowing us away, and I was waiting for a little bit more. And then I have Simone of Minden, I can't say it, Simone. I thought she was wonderful. And then someone else on my list is Masbate, who's Kirsten. So I actually kind of have 11. How do I always do this? Kirsten of Masbate. I really liked her in swim and in gown. I actually meant to mention her in my swim video, but she needs to polish her poses a little bit more. I think she like starts to hold the pose and then all of a sudden she's like rushing off to like her walk or like the next thing. So I feel like we want to see her hold some of her poses and basically just polish her walk a little bit more, but she did amazing. They all did amazing. So those are my favorite 10 in the swim. In the gown, those are my favorite 10 in the gown performance at the preliminary competition for Miss Universe Philippines. Do you think one of these women is going to win the crown and title of Miss Universe Philippines? Let me know in the comments. Let me know who is your favorite in the gown competition and why. I love hearing from you guys. I love reading your comments. And as always, if you want to see my live reaction to the crowning of the new Miss Universe Philippines, make sure you hit subscribe and you will be notified when that video comes out. As always, thank you so much for your support and your kind words. I also see your messages on Instagram. Some of you message me through DM there and I see them. Sometimes I don't have the time to respond to everyone, but I do appreciate your support so much, so thank you. And I can't believe there's almost going to be a new Miss Universe Philippines. Rubia Mateo is going to crown the next woman who will have the honor of wearing the Philippine sash at Miss Universe. We are so close. I'm just so excited. I cannot wait. I'll see you guys there.